Hey, what's up to everybody out there? Welcome to another edition of the Roundtable Talk. I'm your host, C Money. First off, I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a great New Year's. This is the second day into New Year's. Second off, I am a little bit under the weather. For the past week, I was sick. I did have a slight cold, so if you see me clearing my throat or coughing or sniffing throughout the show, that's because I was under the weather and I'm in my recovery mode. I just took some medicine right before I came out to do this show. I did say that I wanted to do my next show would be in the new year, and it is the new year. Um, if you can see, this is a different setting from where I'm normally at. I am back in beautiful Kissimmee, Florida. I am here at Star Island once again. A friend of mine, who is also a coworker of mine, wanted to not be in South Florida for the New Year. So what we decided, my friend, he didn't want to go to Atlanta or he wanted to go to Orlando, and the prices for New Year's to go to Atlanta was outrageous. It was like 300, close to $400 for a flight ticket. Even though I don't fly, you know, they they fly, so they was like, no, that's too much. So we ended up catching the bus coming up this way. So we're here. I haven't visited none of the theme parks. I haven't visited any other places. We were supposed to go to a New Year's function that was here at Star Island, but we fell asleep and woke up late. But we did go to a little gathering that on New Year's. Um, and afterwards, we got up, we got dressed for the New Year's. We were supposed to go to a New Year's event last night, but it got canceled, so we didn't go. So we ended up staying here. It is kind of cool out here. It is cool because like they say, the further you go up North Dakota, it is like 62 degrees here. Um, it's been cold for the past week in Miami, and right now it should be warming up because they did say by the weekend it's supposed to warm up in South Florida, but I'm not in South Florida. I'm in the Kissimmee, Orlando area. Um, it is okay. Well, and I felt the same way. My friend wanted to do something other than being in South Florida for New Year's, and I felt the same way, like to switch it up a little bit, and it was something to switch up. So I said, okay, that's fine by me. Let's switch it up. Let's do something out of the ordinary, you know. And it's great. So this is our last day here. We'll be leaving tomorrow. We came in on New Year's Eve, and we're leaving. A lot of people now will probably be leaving because most people when they go on vacation, they leave either that Sunday or they leave that Monday. And today is Monday, and this is our last day here. So um, I want to give you an update from the last when I was in Orlando. Um, Cause I did cause when I was last here I did 4 videos. I did one of Star Island Resort. I showed you my room and everything. I also did 3 videos. One of Kissimmee or Fun Spot Kissimmee, Fun Spot one of Fun Spot Orlando, and Old Town, which is a shopping and entertainment district. That's next to Fun Spot Kissimmee. Um, I did the videos and then I did the rides. Now, Fun Spot Kissimmee, they have, as you know, I have my 5 favorite rides. I have my Mind Blow, which is at Fun Spot Kissimmee. My White Lightning, which is at Fun Spot Orlando. My Freedom Fire, which is at Fun Spot Orlando. My Windstone, which is a amusement ride, which they used to have at Centers Intended for Us, and I forgot what the 5th one is. Now, when I did do Fun Spot Kissimmee, Mind Blower, it's not a smooth ride anymore. I rode it 2 times, and the second time I rode it, the first and second time that I rode it, it gave me a headache because it's a bumpy ride now, and they tell you it's a bumpy ride because it's bumpy, and it gives by that it was giving me a headache, and by me shaking up and down on a bumpy ride, it gives me a headache. So it made me feel not too good to the point where I was like, oh yeah, it's time for me to go. I don't know if I'm going to be visiting Fun Spot. Today is my last day here. Yesterday, I was going to jump in the pool, but it was kind of cool, so I just took my foot in the pool. I had a drink, a strawberry shortcake, which is um, ice cream with liquor in it. And I'm not a drinker. I just like it because you can't taste the liquor. And it was interesting. I basically was going to get in the pool, but it was kind of cool. And you know, when it's cold outside, even when you in a jacuzzi outside, because they do have outside jacuzzi, but it was closed. I was like, no, I did not want to get in the jacuzzi because it was, I did not want to get in the pool because it was cool. Well, I went in the evening time around 5, 6 p.m. in the evening time, so that's probably another reason why. Like right now the sun is out, but it's still kind of cool. So I'm quite sure as the day go by, because it's like early in the morning, and it's foggy. It's foggy out here right now, you know. And by maybe around 12 or 1, it'll start, you know, getting much warmer where I probably can't go to the pool, but I'm going to see what my friend wants to do and everything, because, it's a lot different. Everything, so, and it's like, it's interesting, because, it's 62 degrees here, and for the past couple of days in Miami, it's been like the 50s and stuff, and in the 50s, and for us, y'all probably for y'all that's staying in the other states, staying in New York and Georgia and all these other states that snow and stuff, you're probably saying that's nothing. But for me, it's compared to where I'm from. Being in the 60s is not a good sight. The whole weekend, because I have a 3-bedroom villa, and the whole weekend, my side of the because my room to here, the room that I got here is different from the room that I had last month. Remember, this is a 3-bedroom villa, and the room that I have now, it's not. If you looked at my video from last month, there's the A and B door is outside, and then you either go in the A door or the B door. Here, this room, they have one door. You open the door, and then when you open the door, there's like a lobby area, and the lobby area has two doors, and the door leads to A side, and then there's a door to B side. My side is B, and my friend's side is A. And the A side is the 2 beds and the kitchenette, small kitchenette room that has the pull-out sofa and stuff. And B side is my side, which is the main room with the jacuzzi and everything, and the big kitchen and the living room and stuff. So to get to my room, I have to go out of my B side door and go through the lobby. And the lobby has a washer and dryer in it. If you saw my previous video, my washer and dryer was in all the room. And because the last video was separated, the rooms it was a door on my side and a door on his side. And I had to unlock my door. It's like we can go from room to room. Like if he was to have company or wanted to have privacy, he would lock his door. Or if I was to have company and have privacy, I'd lock my door, even though I came alone. But here, there isn't a door that connects. It's like I have to go out into the lobby, and then where the washer and dryer at, it's like a little smaller lobby area. And then I have to go into the A door to get to them. It's different, it's confusing. Because I'm in building 19, and Carswell is building 18. That's where I was last month, building 18. I was trying to get building 18, but they wouldn't give it to me, so blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, so it's kind of fun. But we missed the New Year's function that was here because we would sleep when the clock struck 12. And I was so mad because I asked my mom before I leave, I said, what you doing for New Year's? I said, you're going to stay up to 12? She said, yeah. And my mom normally for New Year's, she'd be asleep by 12 o'clock. And so I was like, oh. And I wanted to do something, so I asked them, were they having something for New Year's? I'm not getting the spa treatment this time because last time I did get the spa treatment. I'm not getting it. This is more of a friendcation for me because I'm with one of my friends. And this is the friend that was supposed to come with me last time, but they didn't come. And they was mad that they came. A third party was supposed to come with us, but they didn't come because they were supposed to have other plans, and their plans fell through. So they ended up wishing that they was coming. So it was supposed to be like a three of us coming, but it was only two of us. But it's fine. That's cool. I'm not worried. It's great. It's fun. It's something interesting. It was nice. So I look at it as if I'm not worried. I'm somewhere else other than New Year's. If your city, I'm quite sure Orlando had a lot of New Year's functions that was happening, but we missed it because we were supposed to do what they was doing here. The function started at 7 here, but we got in, check-in was at 4, and then we got set. We was getting settled in. So I said, okay, about 10, we'll probably go out to the function because we want to ring in the New Year's here instead of going somewhere to like a club or somewhere to like a little function and go ring it in. We want to do something where, well, we didn't know any clubs here, so But instead of doing something, out of the ordinary, like being at a party and stuff, we rather do something where there's a bunch of people. And we didn't want to be in our rooms, but when I woke up, it was like after 12:30. I was like, oh my God, we missed the function. I didn't ring in the New Year's. But I didn't even much get to post anything on social media to say Happy New Year's. This is my first video / post. I haven't been on social media or anything to wish anybody Happy New Year. I haven't even wished family members Happy New Year's, or other friends. So it's been. But I've been enjoying myself. This is another thing. When I get back into South Florida, that's when I'm going to be doing my talk videos, my actual videos. I'm just giving you a New Year's. This is my New Year's video, and what's going on and what to expect, and stuff like that. Because here I'm trying to do. We're going to be doing more videos within the New Year's. Basically, I've been traveling more because this is like my third trip. This is my third trip in 2022 and my first trip in 2023 because I won't be in the New Year's here. And remember, my first trip was in Atlanta in July, and my second trip was here for my birthday. And this is my third trip, ending 2022 and beginning 2023. This is my first trip. So I'm planning to do more trips because I'm one of them people. I see a lot of people are dying. A lot of people are getting killed. A lot of people, it's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm to my point where I don't want to have a dog life, and that's the one thing that I want to say about 2022. That's going to be a resolution of mine to live, to live life more. Because at the end of the day, I see a lot of people have died. I see a lot of people getting killed, dying of diseases. A lot of people died of COVID. A lot of people are dying of monkeypox. Well, not dying of monkeypox, but getting monkeypox. A lot of people that I've known as a child, maybe from church or friends of the family, or a lot of people I see on the news are getting killed and stuff. And I'm like, if I was to go tomorrow, not saying that it will not, Lord forbid that anything happens to me. I want to know that my life was, was enjoyed. I've seen people, and I know people, family, friends, and loved ones. I know people that they don't do nothing with their life. All they do, go to work, come home, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. They don't go to a club. They don't go on vacations. They don't do nothing with their life. And it's like, what is your purpose? I know a lot of people, they can't do stuff because, financial reasons. A lot of people, they can't take vacations because they have bills and they can't afford to go on vacations. A lot of people, they can't go do things out of the ordinary, so they do these vacations and they do these things where, okay, they can only do like little vacations, like go get like a $30-$40 room in near where they stay at in their hometown and spend the night and relax, Because, in South Florida, we don't have resorts, or we don't have places like that. We have places that have jacuzzi, like like I told you with the Motel 8, they have jacuzzis. But we don't have stuff like this in South Florida where they have, where you could, you could go play mini golf, or you could go in a jacuzzi, and stuff like that. But we don't have resorts in South Florida. Orlando has resorts because these resorts are family, like mostly family themed, meaning that these are for families and these are people because like I say, if you've seen my previous videos, Star Island is near the Disney area. We've been venturing out to the Orlando area because most of the activities we do is in the Orlando area. But Star Island is near the Kissimmee, near the Orlando area. Like I said, we're at mile marker 11, and that's mile marker 11 is the markers. Well, they call it mile marker, but it's like a marker that they call it marker 11, but I call it mile marker. I don't know, because I'm used to that being in like the in Key West it's like mile marker 98 and all that stuff. When you're going on the Seven Seas bridge, 7 Mile Seven Seas bridge, or whatever you call it. But yeah, from Disney World. So it's a lot. So it's most of that, but it's cool. It's great. It's fun. It's that's me here, so we're trying to figure out something. But I like I told people, I say I don't visit the theme parks for one reason. I know for New Year's and for the rest of the week, all of the theme parks are going to be packed, except for a fun spot. But I already know Universal and Disney World is going to be packed, and I've seen the latest updates on a lot of the rides are being closed due to renovation, and a lot of these rides are being closed because of maintenance and all that, and they'll get rid of and they're getting rid of the I don't know if I told you in the last video, they're getting rid of the Woody Woodpecker Kids Zone, the Woody Woodpecker Nut House Coaster. I loved it. I rode it a few times. I rode it in 2018 when I came to Universal. I rode it in 2020 when I went to Universal, and they'll get rid of it. I'm so mad because the Woody Woodpecker Nut House Coaster, that was the shortest coaster wait line, because like when you go to Universal Studios, and I told you this in the previous video when I was up there, you have to download the Universal Studios app, and it gives you the wait time for each ride. And the shortest coaster ride wait time there is Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster, and that's because when you first go into Universal Studios, you have, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to get up on me. When you go into Universal Studios, the first thing that comes, you got the Despicable Me ride, and then you have Hollywood's Ride Rocket. And then the ride that used to be Shrek. So those rides are the rides people are going to tackle the most because they're at the entrance. So Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster is in the Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone, which is in the back. The only ride that's not getting taken away is E.T. And I don't remember if I told you this in a previous video years ago, a while back, is E.T. is owned by Steven Spielberg, the movie and the ride, and they closed the ride in Universal's California location. And Steven Spielberg said if you was to close E.T. in Orlando, he's gonna cut off his ties with Universal Studios, because I'm quite sure Universal wanted to get rid of E.T. a long time ago. But since a lot of their businesses, a lot of their business come from Steven Spielberg, they have to keep E.T. because Steven Spielberg say if you was to close E.T. the ride, I'm cutting my ties, financial ties, or whatever ties he has with Universal. He's cutting it because it's like a lot of the rides that Steven Spielberg created or had ties with at Universal was taken away. Fievel's, even though it's not his, Fievel's Land, Curious George, well, Fievel's Playland or whatever you call that. I've never been in that. Curious George, The last time I visited Universal Studios was in 2020, and the Barney, 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 A Day in the Life and Bonnie, A Day in the Life with Bonnie, that was closed. But I did, you know, get this meet Bonnie and PJ and Baby Bob because they did an appearance on a stage that was outside of that. The Bonnie exhibit was closed, and then I was told it got, you know, they changed it to some type of show with a different bunch of like, I think DreamWorks characters, if I'm not mistaken. And then that's getting closed. So everything, basically, a lot of the attractions in the Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone is being um, it's closed. They're now closed because they're making a way for a new kitty theme park that was supposed to be the Nintendo Land, but the Nintendo Land is going over to the Universe Epic Park, which is being constructed now. So hey, you know, and like I said, that Woody Woodpecker Millhouse Coaster was the short time was shorter than the most rides. So it was, and it was fun. It wasn't like a thrill ride. It's a thrill ride for kids, but you want to ride it just to get a little bit of thrill. Like it would be a ride that you would go on first before you hit up Rip Ride Rocket, because Rip Ride Rocket is a thrill ride, and if you want to get a pre um coaster thrill, you would do Nut House Coaster, and then you would do Rip Ride Rocket and other. But you know they're planning on building other stuff. I can't wait to see what it is. I don't think I'm gonna visit it because you know I haven't been to Disney World since I was a little kid, so that's something else that thing. What was your New Year's plans? Did you have any New Year's plan? What is your New Year's resolution? Yes, email me, of course, roundtable00 at yahoo.com. Also, don't forget to comment at the bottom of this page. I'm in shorts right now. I'm in my swim shorts. You know, I might go jump in the pool a little bit later. I should have went and got breakfast because, you know, we missed breakfast yesterday because we came back late from where we was at, so we missed breakfast, you know, and everything. So my friend, he still sleep. You know, I got up not too long ago, and I'm like, let me start the day out because I really want to make the best of this last day. I didn't come to Orlando in Kissimmee just to sit up in my room and just not do nothing. I haven't been in my jacuzzi yet either, so I want to set up my jacuzzi to do something. So I'm gonna do that as well. So basically, I'm gonna do that. But it's been fun, you know, doing other things. Have you? I want to know, have you ever been anywhere other than your hometown for New Year's? Because this is my first time being out of Miami for New Year's, and normally because I'll be working the day after New Year's, you know, I normally be working, so it don't. So I had a couple of days off, and I'm like, yes, let me go do something, you know. My friend wanted to go to Atlanta because he know Atlanta is where they be popping at. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to Atlanta. And then he was like, when they saw the prices for 300 plus, like close to $400 for flights going up to Atlanta. Because I said, everything, if you're leaving out the day before New Year's Eve and the day of New Year's Eve, everything, because here, the three-bedroom villa was sold out for months. And and you know that this has like 9 buildings. So it was like, yeah, it was booked for months because when we first decided to come here, I was online looking up prices. You know, one of my favorite sites that I like to go at, the book rooms, they said we are sold out. So I actually went to the hotel site, and the hotel site said it was available, but I waited. And then when I waited, then it started to say that New Year's Eve, it was only checkout only. They wasn't doing any booking. So I was like, oh, I have to buy 2 rooms. And by me buying 2 rooms, it would have came up more. But then one night I said, I'm gonna wait. When I called the hotel, they was like, oh, we've been booked for months. So when I actually checked one night prior and I saw it, I was like, oh, they're available. So I booked the room right away because I didn't want it to be sold out anymore. So when I got here, I wanted to get the same room that I had last time, but it was like, no, we've been booked for months and stuff like that. Since it's been booked, you know, we can't guarantee you and stuff like that. So I just ended up getting what it gave me, which it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, you know, nothing like that. It was still, you know, okay. So I'm not complaining about it, you know. It's just that Now I know, book your rooms in advance for New Year's, because New Year's, a lot of these resorts here in Orlando and in Kissimmee area, they go fast. You know, they get booked solid, and it's hard to do anything because they go fast. So you want to actually, you know, book your room so you can actually, you know, be better. So it's not like it was great. I'm enjoying it here. You know, I'm enjoying myself. It is kind of cool out here, but it's warming up because the sun is out. So if the sun wasn't out, it would have been cool. I was like, well, maybe I gotta go back in, you know, and stuff like that. I'm starting my day. I might, after this, I may fill up my jacuzzi and go sit in my jacuzzi, you know, for a minute, because I have my bath salt here and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go see what it's worth. But no, it's great. Roundtable00@yahoo.com. Don't forget to comment at the bottom of this page. I would like to know, have you ever been to any place other than your hometown for New Year's? And what was your plans for New Year's 2023? And also, what is your New Year's resolution? My New Year's resolution is to be a better person and to live life more. Meaning that, you know, I have to better myself, you know, start eating healthy, maybe start exercising, you know, because you know, I don't exercise. Even though I'm slim, I don't exercise. I don't, you know, take care of my weight and stuff like that, and take care of my health, and, you know, not weight, but, you know, take care of my health and exercise, you know. And I want to live life more, start going out, start doing things, start venturing out more, and start enjoying life, because at the end of the day, you know, I don't know what it's worth and stuff like that. So I want to do that. I want to have fun, you know, and enjoy life. So I want to know how you feel about that. What is everything, you know, how's everything going for you and stuff like that. Um, this is me. I want to wish everybody a happy New Year's. I said it earlier in the show. I'm hoping that you're having a great New Year's. We've lost a lot of people in 2022, as far as loved ones, family members, friends, actors, musicians, entertainers, um, political people, dictators, we've lost a lot. And it took a toll on us. And I hope in 2023 that we can better ourselves to know that let's enjoy life while we still have breath in us, because we are all not promised tomorrow. You know, like the song says, the Ruben Studdard song, and it's one of my favorite songs, love me tonight, tomorrow may not come. Tomorrow may, you know, never come. So, you know, for all we know, you know, and it's a remake, you know, and, you know, there are several songs that say that, you know, that we are not promised tomorrow, you know. And we are not promised next week. We're not promised next year. You know, so we have to live our life today as if it's our last days. You know, we have to go and enjoy life to where if Judgment Day was to come tomorrow, did we live our life the way we want to live our life? Did we live the way we want to live? Everybody has a New Year's resolution, and we try to live our New Year's resolution to the fullest, but it doesn't go that way, and we end up doing craziness. So are we here, and are we blessed? So, you know, that's how it is. This is the Roundtable Talk. I'm your host, C Money. I thank you for watching. Stay blessed, stay healthy, stay safe. Oh, I need to go take some of our emergency, because that's what I've been taking. Emergency, I need to go take it. And also have fun. Oh, there's spider webs on my balcony bars. I didn't notice that. I guess when you're here at night, you don't notice it. There's a lot of things I haven't noticed, but oh yeah, the sun is out and it's bleeding over, so yeah, I gotta go in. But this is the Roundtable Talk. I'm your host, C Money. This site, this view is beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can show you the view of Star Island. I don't know if you can see the view. The trees are beautiful. Everything is beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can show you You can see it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, yeah, it's beautiful. So stay safe, stay blessed, and um, just stay safe. This is the Round Table Talk. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm finna go, but I'll talk to y'all later in the next video. It'll probably be maybe this week, maybe it won't because you know, I'm back to civilization. Come tomorrow, I'm back home and I'm back to civilization. This is the Round Table Talk. I'll see you in the next episode.